Hello, future CPAs. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Accounting Lessons with BCB. Sir Brian here. Today, we will be discussing about employee benefits. So, what is the accounting standard that we will be using as reference for this topic? That would be the IS 19. This standard is applicable to all types of employees, no? So kahit ang empleyado ay full-time, part-time, casual siya or temporary, applicable sa kanya itong standard na ito. Okay? Now, in the context of IS 19, when we say employees, no? Hindi lang ito limited sa mga rank and file employees. Okay? Kasali din dito yung mga management personnel such as the company president, the CEO, the company director, etc. No? Basta empleyado ka, applicable sa iyo si IS 19. Right? Okay. Now, let's discuss what is the formal definition of employee benefits in the context of IS 19. Ayan. So sabi sa IS 19, employee benefits are all forms of consideration given by an entity in exchange for services rendered by employees or for the termination of employment. Okay? So this is the official definition of employee benefits as per IS 19. No? So lahat ng binabayad mo or ang lahat ng binabayad ng company sa kanyang mga empleyado in exchange for their services to the company, okay? Employee benefits na yon, right? Kahit pa kapag yun ay tatapusin na yung kanyang employment services with the company. Okay? Next. What are the different classifications of employee benefits? Okay? So si IS 19 kinlasify niya ang mga employee benefits sa 4 na categories. What are those? Short-term employee benefits, post-employment benefits, other long-term employee benefits, and termination benefits. So this will be our major topics under this topic. No? So may 4 tayong major topics. Alright? So when we say short-term employee benefits, these are employee benefits other than termination benefits that are expected to be settled wholly, 12 months or less after the end of the reporting period. Okay? So when we say short-term employee benefits, these are benefits that are to be settled 12 months or less after the end of the reporting period. Next. What about post-employment benefits? When we say post-employment benefits, these are employee benefits other than termination and short-term employee benefits that are payable after the completion of employment. Okay? So, ang post-employment benefits, papasok yan kapag si employee ay umalis na ng company. No? Next. Pagdating naman sa third category natin, which is the other long-term employee benefits, residual definition siya actually. No? These are all employee benefits other than short-term, post-employment, and termination benefits. Okay? Kumbaga, siya na lang yung parang kumbaga na sumasalo ng iba pang classifications ng employee benefits na hindi nagpo-fall kay short-term employee benefits, post-employment benefits, and termination benefits. Okay? And lastly, pag sinabi nating termination benefits, these are employee benefits provided in exchange for the termination of an employee's employment as a result of either letter A, an entity's decision to terminate an employee's employment before the normal retirement date, or an employee's decision to accept an offer of benefits in exchange for the termination of employment. So these are all the classifications of employee benefits. In this video, we will be discussing the first classification, short-term employee benefits. Then the other classifications will be discussed in other lecture videos. Okay? So now, let's start with short-term employee benefits. Refresh lang natin, ano nga ulit ang ibig sabihin ng short-term employee benefits? Pag sinabi nating short-term employee benefits, these are employee benefits other than termination benefits that are expected to be settled wholly before 12 months after the end of the reporting period. No? Okay? So kapag sinabi nating short-term, ang maximum period niya lang ay 12 months. Okay? Now, short-term employee benefits includes the following: wages, salaries, social security contributions, paid leaves, di ba? Mapa-vacation leave yan or sick leave. Under yan ng short-term employee benefits. Profit sharing and bonuses, and non-monetary benefits such as medical care, housing, cars, and free or subsidized goods or services for employees. So these are some of the examples of short-term employee benefits. Now, how do we account for short-term employee benefits? So sabi ni IAS 19, when an employee has rendered services to an entity during a period, the entity shall recognize the undiscounted amount. When we say undiscounted amount, it is the absolute amount, okay, of short-term employee benefits expected to be paid in exchange for that service as, number one, magre-record si company ng expense. So generally, when we talk of short-term employee benefits, expense yon on the part of the company. Unless na lang kung may ibang standard na nagsasabi na hindi dapat yan ini-expense agad. Dapat yan ay isali muna siya sa cost ng iba pang asset such as inventories or PPE. So pag sinabi ni IAS 2 na ang mga employee benefits dapat kasali yan sa cost ng inventory, susunod tayo kay IAS 2, di ba? Pag sinabi naman ng IAS 16, yung employee benefits na yan, dapat kasali yan sa capitalizable cost ng property, plant, and equipment, susundan natin siya. Okay? But generally, we recognize short-term employee benefits as an expense. Okay? Next. The short-term employee benefits can either be in a form of liability or asset. Okay? Because there are certain cases na si company ay magbabayad ng sobra or ng kulang, no? That's why it can either be in a form of liability or asset. So how do we know if we are to recognize a liability for these employee benefits or an asset? So we must simply compare the amount paid and the undiscounted amount of benefits. Okay? So case 1, amount paid is less than the undiscounted amount of benefits. And case number 2, amount paid is higher than the undiscounted amount of benefits. Let's start with case number 1. Okay? So let's say the amount of benefits is 100. Simple lang. Okay? Pero ang binayad ng company sa employee ay, let's say, 80 pesos. So mas malaki yung benefit ni employee, tama? Kesa dun sa binayad sa kanya. So how do we account for the difference of 20 pesos? How do we account for that? Answer, since the benefit is higher than the amount paid, then there is an obligation on the part of the company to pay the deficient or the deficiency. Diba? Yung 20 pesos na yan, deficiency pa yan. Dapat mong bayaran yan sa employee mo. So may utang kang 20 pesos on this case. Okay? Next, case number 2, what if the amount of benefits is, let's say, another 100? Pero si company, nagbayad siya, let's say, 130 pesos. So mas malaki yung amount paid, tama? So this time, how do we account for the difference of 30 pesos? Ano bang tawag natin sa 30 pesos na to? is this an excess payment or deficiency payment? Answer is excess payment. Kasi yung benefit lang naman talaga na entitled si employee ay 100 pesos. Tama? Pero nagbayad si company ng 130. So the 30 peso difference will be accounted for as an asset. Okay? So kapag asset ito, ibig sabihin this is a prepaid expense. Case number 2 is a prepaid expense. Yes? Okay? Diba? Simple lang siya. So, this will be the journal entries for the two cases above. No? So, if the amount of benefits is higher than the amount paid, our journal entry is debit, employee benefits expense. For the amount of benefits, no? Lagay natin ng ng note, amount of benefits. Then, you will credit cash for the amount paid. Then, you will recognize a liability because kulang pa yung binayad mo kay employee. So, may utang ka kay employee. No? Then, for the second case, if the amount paid is higher than the amount of benefits, then the journal entry will be debit, employee benefits expense. Ganun pa rin, equal pa rin siya sa amount ng benefit. Okay? Then you will debit prepaid employee benefits for the excess payment. Okay? And you will credit cash for the amount paid. Okay? So are we all clear with regard to accounting for and short-term employee benefits? Okay? Sige. So, let's reinforce all the concepts discussed for the basics of short-term employee benefits. So, illustrative example number 1. Let's say during the current year, ABC company incurred short-term employee benefits of 2 million for all its employees. We are asked to journalize the foregoing transaction under each of the two assumptions. Okay? So, let's start with case A. No? ABC company paid 1.5 million. So, ang first step natin, guys, is compare first the amount of benefits and the amount paid. Magkano ang amount ng benefits? That is 2 million. Lagay natin dito. For case A, magkano yung binayad ni ABC company? 1.5 million. Okay? How much is the difference? That is 500,000. Okay. Analyze natin kung ito ba ay isang asset or liability. Alin ang mas mataas sa kanila? Benefits, correct? So, ibig sabihin, ito dapat yung ibabayad mo kay employees. Pero magkano lang yung nabayad niya under case A? 1.5 million. So, anong meron? May kulang o may sobra? Sagot, may kulang. Magkano kulang? 500,000. Since kulang siya, then there is a liability. Okay? So for case A, the result is a liability. Okay? So journalize natin siya. Ano ang journal entry natin dito? That would be debit, employee benefits, expense, equal to the amount of benefit, which is 2 million. Credit cash for the amount paid of 1.5 million. And you will credit liability for employee benefits, 500,000. Okay? So for case A, this will be our scenario. No? Madali, di ba? Now, case B naman. This time, ABC company paid 3 million to all its employees. So, ganun ulit. Balik tayo sa step number 1. Compare the amount of benefits and the amount paid by the company. How much is the benefits? Still at 2 million. How much is the amount paid under case B? 3 million. How much is the difference? That is negative 1 million. No? So ngayon, analyze natin kung ano ba tong 1 million na to. Is this a liability or an asset? How much is the amount of benefits of the employees? 2 million. So dapat ito lang yung ibabayad mo sa employees mo. Pero magkano ba ang binayad ng company? 3 million. So ano ba tong difference nilang 1 million? Kulang o sobra sa binayad? Answer, may sobra. So dahil sobra ito, then this 1 million is an asset. No? To be specific, it is a prepaid expense. So what will be the journal entry for this case? Debit, employee, benefits expense equal to the amount of their benefit of 2 million, debit, prepaid, employee benefits, 1 million, and credit cash for the amount paid. Claro? Okay, so we have comprehensively discussed the basics of short-term employee benefits. Okay? All right. Let's now move on to short-term paid absences. Now, in the context of IAS 19, there are two types of short-term paid absences. Number one, accumulating, and number two, non-accumulating paid absences. Let's start with accumulating. When we say accumulating, these are entitlements that are carried forward and can also be used in future periods if the current period's entitlement is not used in full. No? So kapag sinabi nating accumulating paid absences, yung mga hindi nagamit na VLs or SLs, di ba? Pag sinabi kong VL, that's vacation leaves, and pag SL, sick leaves. No? Yung mga hindi nagamit na VLs and SLs during the current year, pwede pa nilang magamit yan sa mga susunod na taon under this type of paid absences. Okay? Next. Accumulating paid absences are of two types. Meron tayong vesting and non-vesting. Pag sinabi nating vesting, okay, the employees are entitled to a cash payment, no? So key term natin sa vesting, entitled yung mga employees sa cash payment for unused entitlements upon leaving the entity. So for example, si employee, meron pa siyang unused entitlements, tapos nag-resign siya sa company. Okay? So upon resigning the company, those unused entitlements, they can be converted into cash. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng vesting. Okay? Pag sinabi naman nating non-vesting, the employees are not entitled to a cash payment for unused entitlement upon leaving the entity. So kung si employee ay may mga unused entitlements pa, tapos nag-resign siya sa company, yung mga unused entitlements na yon, mafo-forfeit na. Okay? Hindi siya pwedeng i-convert into cash. Alright? So how do we know if the paid absences can be vesting or non-vesting? Usually, nakalatag yan lahat sa job contract ni employees. No? Nandoon lahat yun. Alright? Next. Pag non-accumulating naman, these are entitlements that cannot be carried forward and they will be forfeited kapag hindi siya ginamit during the current period. Okay? And also, they do not entitle the employees to a cash payment for unused entitlement upon leaving the entity. No? So pag sinabi nating non-accumulating, kung for example, this year, meron ka pang unused entitlements, these unused entitlements will be forfeited na. Hindi mo na siya, meaning hindi mo na siya pwedeng gamitin sa mga susunod na taon. That is non-accumulating. Okay? Sige. So, reinforce natin. Dito tayo, problem number 2. Employee A was employed by ABC Company on January 1, 2023. Per ABC Company's policy, employee A is entitled to 1 day of paid vacation leave for each month of employment. Employee A used 7 days and 8 days of vacation leaves during 2023 and 2024. We are asked to determine the total number of vacation leaves available to employee A for 2025 under each of the following independent assumptions. Okay, so letter A, the vacation leave is accumulating. So account natin muna si case A, no? Ayan. So, paano natin ina-analyze ang mga ganitong scenarios or situations, no? Kailan ulit na-hire si employee A? January 1, 2023, no? Now, per the policy, an employee is entitled to 1 day of paid vacation leave for each month of employment. So if employee A is still an employee of ABC Company as of December 31, 2023, then employee A has earned how many VLs? Answer, 12. Diba? Kasi ang ratio, 1 day of VL for each month of employment. So kung nagstay ka sa company for 12 months, then you will be entitled to 12 days of paid VLs. Okay? So for case A, for the VLs earned during 2023, answer natin dyan is 12 VLs yan. Okay? Bakit siya naging 12 ulit? Kasi na-hire si employee A January 1, 2023. Okay? So from January to December, mag-earn siya ng 12 days of paid vacation leaves. Now, ilang days ang nagamit ni employee A during 2023? Sagot, 7 days. So, ide-deduct natin yan sa total VLs niya during 2023. No? So, out of 12, gumamit daw siya ng 7 days. Ilan pa yung hindi niya nagagamit as of December 31, 2023? Answer is 5. Diba? Now, ang question ko, ito bang 5 unused VLs as of December 31, 2023 magagamit pa for the succeeding years? Answer is yes. Magagamit pa yan. Okay? Therefore, nag-accumulate or naiipon lang. Di ba? Sige. Tuloy natin. 2024. Okay. Now, sabi sa problem, si employee A gumamit ng 8 days of VLs during 2024. So, ibig sabihin, employed pa rin siya during the year 2024. No? So, VLs earned during 2024, another 12 days. Okay? Ayan. Then, less lang natin yung ginamit niyang VLs during 2024, which is 8. Okay? So, as of December 31, 2024, ilan pa yung kanyang unused VLs? Sir, 4. Mali. Bakit? Kasi meron pa siyang unused VLs from last year, tama? So, kasama rin yon sa computation natin ng unused VLs as of December 31, 2024. So, that will become 5 plus 12 less 8. So, ilan yon? That will be 9. Tama? So, meron pa tayong total unused VLs as of December 31, 2024, 9 days pa. Nakukuha ba? Alright? Ayan. So, itong 9, pwede pa bang magamit ito sa susunod na taon? Yes. Kasi nga, accumulating yung mga VLs natin. Okay? O last. Tinatanong tayo, total number of VLs available to employee A for 2025. Wala namang sinabi kung nag-resign si employee A, no? So, let's assume na employed pa rin siya buong year 2025. Therefore, how many VLs earned by the employee A during 2025? Answer, another 12. Since wala nang sinabi kung may ginamit siya dyan, then, ibig sabihin lang yan, assumption natin wala siyang ginamit. Di ba? Therefore, how many unused VLs ang available kay employee A for 2025? Answer is 9 plus 12, 21. Okay? So, ang sagot natin for case A, the total available or total number of vacation leaves available to employee A is 21 days. Accumulating, ay iipon. Okay? So that's for case A. What about case B? This time, non-accumulating. Okay? Ayan. So, simula ulit tayo ng 2023. VLs earned in 2023, answer, 12 days. Okay? 12 days yan. The same problem naman yan eh. No? Then, ilang VLs ang ginamit ni employee A during 2023? 7. Okay? Now, ilan yung unused VLs as of December 31, 2023? Answer, di ba ang difference nila is 5? Now, lagay natin dito. Magagamit pa ba natin tong unused VLs as of December 31, 2023 sa mga susunod na taon under case B? Answer, no. Hindi na siya magagamit. Therefore, mazi-zero out agad to. Okay? Next. VLs earned in 2024, 12. Okay? Then, ilang days ang ginamit ng 2024? 8. Ilan yung difference? Answer, 0 plus 12 less 8. 4. Meron pang, ay mali, di ko pala nailagay dito pala dapat yan, no? Lagay natin yan. Ayan, naduling si sir. Okay? So, the unused VLs as of December 31, 2024 is 4. Question, pwede pa ba ito magamit sa mga susunod na taon? Answer, hindi na. Kasi nga, non-accumulating siya. Okay? Therefore, for 2024, mazi-zero out din to. Okay? Then, VLs earned in 2025, we assume that employee A is employed during the whole year of 2025. Therefore, makaka-earn siya ng 12 days of VLs. No? So, for case B, total available VLs for 2025 is 12. Okay? So, yung available VLs ng employee A or ni employee A for 2025 is only 12. Okay? Nasa sa kanya yan kung gagamitin niya yan or hindi. No? So, kapag may mga matitira ulit dyan, may matitira ulit na unused VLs by the end of 2025, mafo-forfeit na ulit yon. Okay? That is the case of non-accumulating. Are we all clear? Okay? So nakita niyo yung pagkakaiba ng accumulating and non-accumulating. Okay? Okay, let's move on to accounting. Right? Hindi pa yan accounting guys ha, kasi nagbibilang lang tayo ng mga unused entitlements, no? In the form of vacation leaves. Ngayon, papunta tayo sa accounting side niya. So for accumulating, no? Ang sabi dito, an entity shall recognize the expected cost of short-term employee benefits in the form of paid absences when the employees render service that increases their entitlement to future paid absences. So kung ang employees mo nagtatrabaho naman, no? Nagtatrabaho naman at saka employed siya, ibig sabihin niyan tumataas yung kanyang entitlements, no? So let's say employee A works for ABC company for 5 months. Pag nag-work siya ng 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, pataas din ng pataas yung kanyang entitlements to paid absences. That is accumulating, no? Next, an entity shall measure the expected cost of accumulating paid absences as the additional amount that the entity expects to pay as a result of the unused entitlement that has accumulated at the end of the period. Ang sinasabi lang ng second bullet natin dito guys ay may utang si employer, no? Or si company. May utang siya with regard to the unused entitlements to paid absences, no? So kung may nakikita tayong unused entitlements, si company mag-a-accrue yan ng liability in connection with those unused entitlements. Okay? That is for accumulating, ha? Pag non-accumulating naman, An entity shall recognize the expected cost of short-term employee benefits in a form of paid absences only when the absences occurred. Diba? Pag sinabi nating non-accumulating, hindi magkakaroon si employer or si company ng liability for unused entitlements. That is because mafo-forfeit yan pag hindi nagamit during the current period. Okay? So that's the difference between the accounting for accumulating and non-accumulating paid absences. All right? Next. Formulas tayo, guys. So for accumulating, ganito ang nagiging formulas natin, no? Meron tayong formula for vesting and non-vesting under the categories of current employee benefits expense and accrued employee benefits. Okay? So in the case of vesting, okay, yung used entitlements multiplied by current salary rates, this is applicable kapag ginagamit, no? Kaya siya tinawag na used entitlements. Tapos, kapag may mga unused entitlements si employee, magre-recognize ng liability si company, which is equal to the unused entitlements multiplied by, take note, expected salary rates. All right? Expected salary rates. So, yung liability na isi-set up at the end of the reporting period is based on future salary rates, not on current salary rates. Okay? So, under the vesting category, when you add, no, pag in-add natin ito, si used entitlements times current salary rates plus the unused entitlements multiplied by expected salary rates, nandito yung tinatawag nating total employee benefits expense. Yan yung magiging total expense na i-recognize ni company during the current period. No? So, that is for the used and unused entitlements. On the other hand, kay non-vesting naman, yung current employee benefits expense, same sila ng formula, no? Pero pagdating sa accrued employee benefits, ang magiging formula natin dyan ay unused entitlements net of unused entitlements by resigning employees multiplied by expected salary rates. Bakit na iba yung formula ng accrued employee benefits pagdating kay non-vesting? Tandaan, pag vesting, pag umalis si employee, ano nangyayari sa mga unused entitlements niya? Convertible into cash. That's why, ganito lang palagi yung kanyang formula. No? Ina-accrue niya lahat ng unused entitlements. Pagdating sa non-vesting, pag ang employee ay umalis, tapos may unused entitlements pa siya, convertible pa ba yun sa cash? Hindi na. Therefore, hindi na siniset up ng liability kapag may ina-expect na si company na mga magre-resign. Okay? That's why, pagdating kay non-vesting, may tinatanggal tayo sa total unused entitlements, which are those unused entitlements by resigning employees. No? Yung mga ina-expect na magre-resign next year. Okay? Then multiply it by expected salary rates. Right? Then, under the non-vesting case, pag pinag-add natin yung current employee benefits expense and accrued employee benefits, that will equal to your total employee benefits expense. Right? So that's for accumulating paid absences. Pag non-accumulating naman, ang iyong employee benefits expense, that is only for those used entitlements. Ito lang. Wala kang ia-accrue na liability under non-accumulating. That is because na-forfeit agad pag hindi mo nagamit yan. Nakukuha ba ako? No? So, under non-accumulating, your employee benefits expense is only equal to your used entitlements. Yun lang. Wala kang liability under non-accumulating. scenarios. Okay? Yan. Then, reinforce na natin agad, no? Para makita nyo yung application ng mga diniscuss natin. Okay? Sige. Problem number 3. ABC Company started its operations on January 1, 2023. It grants 12 days of vacation leaves each year to each of its 4 employees. The following information has been provided to you, no? So may 4 siyang empleyado. Then these are the relevant information in connection with those employees. Okay? The company announced that there will be 5% increase in the daily wage rate effective January 1, 2024. We are asked to compute for, number 1, accrued employee benefits on December 31, 2023, and employee benefits expense for 2023 under the 2 scenarios. So case A tayo, vacation leave is accumulating. Ayan. So dito muna tayo, accumulating. Okay? So number 1, compute for the accrued employee benefits. So tignan natin kung magkano yung isa-set up nating liability by December 31, 2023. Okay? Sige. So, ang first step natin dito guys, since the liability for unused entitlements, no, that is based on future salary rates. Okay? So, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung mga current daily wage rate nila for number 1. Instead, kailangan natin ma-compute yung magiging expected wage rate. No? So, lagay natin dito. Expected daily wage rate. Starting 2024. Ayan. So, computan lang natin siya ng expected daily wage rate muna. No? So, for employee 1, the current daily wage rate is 600. And the company announced that there will be 5% increase in the daily wage rate effective next year. So magkano kaya ang magiging expected daily wage rate ni employee 1? Answer, 600 times 1.05. So magkano yon? That will be 630. Okay? Multiply nyo lang ng 1.05 lahat ng current daily wage rate ng mga employees. Alright? So for employee number 2, that will become 800 times 1.05, magiging 840. For employee 3, 1,000 times 1.05, 1,050. Di ba? And lastly, for employee 4, 1,200 times 1.05, 1,260. Okay? Sige, compute na natin. Alright. For employee 1, ilan pa yung unused entitlements niya? Ilan pa yung unused or unutilized? Okay? So for employee 1, since the company will grant 12 days of VLs to each of its 4 employees, employee 1 will be entitled to a total of 12 VLs. Ilan ang nagamit? 6. Then multiply it by the expected daily wage rate. Okay? So, ilan yan? That will become 6 times 630. So, for employee 1, meron tayong i-accrue na 3,780. Okay? The same procedures will be applied to the other employees as well. Okay? Sige. Employee 2 tayo. Si employee 2, may entitled siya sa total na 12 days. Correct? Then, ilan ang na-utilize during 2023? 8. So, tanggalin natin yung 8. Then, multiply it by its expected daily wage rate of 840. So, magiging 4 times 840, 3,360. Next, employee 3. Entitled siya sa total na 12 VLs. Ilan ginamit niya? 10. Then multiply it by 1,050. So ilan to? 2 times 1,050 to 1. Lastly, employee number 4. entitled siya sa 12 days. Tama? Ilan ang ginamit? Ay, lahat ginamit pala. So, minus 12. Multiply it by 1,260. Ilan yan? Of course, 0. Walang liability kay employee number 4. Lahat kasi nagamit niya eh. Di ba? Ayan. So, therefore, to answer case A number 1, that will be, add lang natin silang lahat. Magkano yan? So the total accrued employee benefits will become 9,240. So our answer for case A number 1 is 9,240. Okay? Now, question. Sir, di ba for example, ang isang employee entitled siya sa 12 days VL each year. Paano kung biglang gumamit siya ng mas malaking or mas maraming days kaysa sa 12? Let's say si employee 4, gumamit siya ng 15 days. Nag-absent siya ng 15 days. Pag ganon, yung 12 days, babayaran yan. No? Babayaran yan kay employee number 4. But for the excess 3 days, that will be treated as salary deduction. No? Salary deduction yun. Okay? Unpaid yun eh. Hindi bayad yun. Okay? Gets nyo? So maximum, dito sa problem na to, maximum of 12 days of paid vacation leaves. In excess of that, unpaid na sila. Okay? Gets nyo? Alright? Sige. Number 2, employee benefits expense for 2023. So ganito ang mangyayari kapag kukumputan nyo sila ng employee benefits expense for year 2023. I-add lang natin yung mga employee benefits expense in relation to used entitlements and employee benefits expense in relation to unused entitlements. Okay? So, for employee 1, how do we compute for the employee benefits expense in relation to used entitlements? Diba dun sa prior slide natin, ang sabi natin, yung current employee benefits expense is based on used entitlements. Okay? So since si employee 1, gumamit siya ng 6 days of paid BLs during 2023, paki-multiply lang siya dun sa current daily wage rate naman. Tandaan nyo, pag used entitlements, ang ginagamit natin ay current rates. Pero kapag doon naman sa mga unused entitlements, ang gagamitin natin ay yung expected rates naman. Okay? Sige. For employee 1, what will be the employee benefits expense in relation to used entitlements? That will be 600 times 6 days. So employee 1, may 3,600 siya. Okay? And what about the employee benefits expense in relation to its unused entitlements? Kunin nyo yung na-compute sa sa number 1, which is the 3,780. So si employee 1, magkano ang total employee benefits expense for employee 1? 36 plus 3,780. That will become 7,380. Yan. Okay? So yung 3,780, kinuha lang natin siya dito. Okay? Employee 2. Oh, kaya na. Employee benefits expense in relation to use entitlements, that will be 800 times 8 days. What about in relation to unused entitlements? Kunin nyo lang yung 3,360 sa taas. Which is ito. Yan. Okay? So, 64 plus 3,360, 9,760. Next, employee 3. Used entitlements, 1,000 times 10. That will become 10,000. For unused entitlements, that will be 2,100. So, magkano to? 12,100. And lastly, for employee 4, use entitlements, 1,200 times 12, 14,400. For unused entitlements, wala tayong inaccrue kasi nagamit niya lahat, no? So 0 yan. So ang kanyang expense ay 14,400. Okay? Then magkano kaya ang total employee benefits expense for the year 2023? Paki-add lang silang 4. So 7,380 plus 9,760 plus 12,1 plus 14,400. Magkano total employee benefits expense for 2023? 43,640. Okay? So yun ang computation natin. Alright? Journal entry. Lagyan natin ng journal entry. Maganda to eh, no? Magandang lagyan ng journal entry. What will be the journal entry for case A? That will be debit, employee, benefits, expense. Magkano? 43,640. Credit, cash. How do we compute for the total amount paid for employee benefits expense? Paki-add lang lahat nung mga amounts under employee benefits expense used entitlements. So magiging 36 plus 64 plus 10,000 plus 14,400. So yung mga binayad, nagtotal yan sa 34,400, no? And you will credit accrued employee benefits expense equal to 9,240, which is yung na-compute sa number 1. Okay? Nakuha? That will be your journal entry for case A. Ayos? Okay. Now, let's move on to case B naman. Case B tayo. This time, the VL is non-accumulating. Ano yung natatandaan natin pag non-accumulating? Yung mga unused entitlements ay napo-forfeit. Tama? Napo-forfeit yan. Therefore, for number 1, wala kang i-accrue. 0, 0, 0, 0. Sagot natin sa number 1, 0. Yun lang. Okay? So, case B number 1, your answer is simply 0. Wala kang i-accrue because yung mga unused entitlements natin ay forfeited. Okay? Next. What about employee benefits expense? Answer, meron din tayo dito. Yun nga lang, yung employee benefits expense, if the entitlements are non-accumulating, it will be equivalent to those utilized ones. No? So for employee 1, ganun lang, 600 times 6, 36. Unused entitlements, 0. O di ba? 36 na lang siya dito. Employee 2, 800 times 8, magkano ulit to? 64, no? Unused, wala. Employee 3, 1,000 times 10, 10,000. Unused entitlement, 0. Okay? And lastly, employee 4, 1,200 times 12, 14,400. Unused entitlements, 0. So magkano ang total employee benefits expense 2023 under case B? That will become 36 plus 64 plus 10,000 plus 14,400. 34,400. Okay? Journal entry, debit, employee benefits expense. $34,400 and credit cash. $34,400. So alinsunod siya doon sa sinabi natin sa ating prior slide na pag non-accumulating, nire-recognize lang natin yung employee benefits pag ginamit ang entitlement. Pag hindi ginamit, wala tayong liability, wala tayong expense. Are we all clear? All right? Di ba? Ayan. Let's now move on to the next. Example number 4. This time, papakita ko na sa inyo yung pagkakaiba ng vesting and non-vesting. So this problem deals with accumulating paid absences lang. Tapos na tayo sa non-accumulating, no? So ngayon, what if the accumulating paid absences are vesting or non-vesting? ABC company grants its employees 12 days paid vacation leave each year. Vacation leaves not taken during a year can be carried over indefinitely. Because of this, alam nating accumulating siya. So the company has 500 employees with an average wage of 1,000 per day. So the daily wage rate or the current daily wage rate is 1,000. The average annual wage increase is 5%. Okay. During 2023, total VLs taken were 5,400 days. Based on company's projection for 2024, a certain number of employees with a total of 60 days of unused entitlements will resign. Compute the amount of accrued liability for unused entitlements under each of the following cases. All right? Ayan. Sige. So dito tayo. Letter A. The VLs are vesting. So our table will be like this. No? First step is compute for the total entitlements granted to employees during 2023. Ilan yon? Ilan yon? Since ang sabi sa problem, binibigyan ng company ang kanilang empleyado 12 days of paid VLs each year, and ilan yung employees? 500. So this will become 500 employees times 12. So this will be 6,000. So a total of 6,000 entitlements granted during 2023. Then from here, tanggalin natin yung mga ginamit nila during 2023. So as per the problem, total VLs taken by employees during 2023 were 5,400 days. Tanggalin natin yung 5,400. So ilan yung mga unused VLs natin? Ilan to? 600, no? Tama? Yan. So the total unused entitlements as of December 31, 2023 is 600 days or 600 VLs. Okay? So in the case of letter A, the VLs are vesting. Pag vesting, whether mag-resign yung employees o hindi, ia-accrue lahat yan. Okay? So for this case, yung lahat ng 600 unused entitlements, ia-accrue natin. Okay? Mumultiply natin yan sa expected salary rate. So how do we compute for the expected salary rate? That is 1,000 times, ilan daw yung average annual increase? 5% times 1.05. So magiging 1,050. Multiply nyo lang. 600 times 1,050. Ang sagot natin for case A, 630,000. Okay? Clear? Yan. So for case A, the correct answer is 630,000. Okay? Next. Case B. The vacation leaves are non-vesting. Pag non-vesting naman, okay, yung magiging formula natin ay somewhat similar sa case A, except that meron tayong tatanggalin. Ayan o. Less unused entitlements unused entitlements of the employees expected to resign next year. Tatanggalin natin yan sa total unused entitlements natin. Okay? So, ulitin natin yung computation. Total entitlements granted to employees, 500 employees times 12 VLs per employee, 6,000 days. Less entitlements used, 5,400 days. Total unused entitlements by the end of 2023, 600. Less unused entitlements of the employees expected to resign, that is, ilan daw? 60 days. Okay? Ayan. Nakukuha ba ako? Alright? Sir, bakit tayo nag-deduct ng unused entitlements ng mga employees na alam nating magre-resign next year? That is because under the non-vesting condition, no? Pag nag-resign si employee, mafo-forfeit yung unused entitlements niya. So what's the point ng pag-accrue ng liability doon sa mga magre-resign na employees? That's why tinatanggal natin. Okay? So ilan na lang to? 600 less 60, 540. Tama? Then, those unused entitlements of the employees na magsistay pa, multiply nyo lang yan ng expected salary rate natin, which is 1,000 times 1.05. Okay? So, magkano ang sagot natin sa case B? That will become 540 times 1,050. Final answer is 567,000. Okay? So nakita nyo ang pagkakaiba ng vesting and non-vesting at this point. Alright? Klaro? Okay. Next. So tapos na tayo sa mga short-term paid absences. Let's now move on to profit sharing and bonus plans. Pagdating naman dito sa profit sharing and bonus plans, sabi ni IAS 19, an entity shall recognize the expected cost when and only when, no? The entity has a legal or constructive obligation to make such payments as a result of past events, and a reliable estimate can be made. So tatandaan lang natin for this type of short-term employee benefits, a present obligation exists when and only when the company has no realistic alternative but to make the payment. Wala siyang kawala kundi bayaran niya. Okay? So that's for profit sharing and bonus plans. Alright? Usually ang nangyayari dito is mag-a-announce si company sa mga employees. Sasabihin niya, oh, mga employees, dahil maganda yung pamamalakad, ganito na lang. Kung maganda yung pamamalakad natin this year, magkakaroon kayo ng additional benefits in a form of profit sharing or bonus. Ayan, di ba? So dahil sa announcement na yon, nagkakaroon tayo ng obligating event, no? Binigyan mo ng pag-asa ang mga empleyado mo na magkakaroon sila ng additional pay. Okay? So ayun, nagkakaroon ka ng obligating event because nag-announce ka ng profit sharing and bonus. Okay? Sige. To continue, an entity recognizes the cost of profit sharing and bonus plans as an expense. This time, tandaan nyo to, as an expense na, rather than as distribution of profit. That is because itong concept na to is somewhat related to your partnership operations, no? Somewhat related kasi siya sa partnership operations. Baka isipin nyo kasi na, ay pareho ng concept sa partnership. Okay? Dito kasi, pag pinag-uusapan natin to, ang katransak natin, mga empleyado natin. Sa partnership, ang katransak ay mga owners. Di ba? That's why, dito sa topic, expense naman siya. Doon sa partnership operations, distribution of profit. Ano reason? Kaya siya expense dito kasi ang katransak mo ay empleyado mo. Doon sa partnership, kaya siya distribution of profit, that is because ang katransak mo ay owner. Okay? So tandaan nyo, ang mga bonuses dito sa topic na to, mga expense. Okay? Next. Illustrative example number 5 or problem 5 tayo. A profit-sharing plan requires an entity to pay a specified proportion of its profit for the year to employees who serve throughout the year. If no employees leave during the year, the total profit-sharing payments for the year will be 5% of profit. The entity estimates that employee turnover will reduce payments to 3% of profit. We are asked what percentage of profit shall be used by the company to compute for the liability to be recognized on December 31 in relation to the profit-sharing plan. Because of these facts, di ba? Ang sabi niya, pag walang umalis, 5% of profit ang magiging cost ng profit-sharing plan. Tama? Now, the entity made an estimate that because of turnovers, the profit sharing will be reduced to 3% of profit. So ano ang mas magiging reliable estimate natin? No employees leave or may mga turnovers na? Answer, may mga turnovers. No? Conservative tayo. Okay? So ang magiging final answer natin sa problem number 5 ay 3% of profit. That will be the final answer. Okay? Next. Ayan. Another problem. Ito, meron na tayong amounts, no? ABC company announces a profit-sharing plan to its employees. The terms are as follows. If net income is less than 5 million, no profit sharing. If the net income is between 5 million and 10 million, there would be 5% profit share to all the employees. If the net income is more than 10 million, there would be 7.5% profit share to all employees. It is expected that no employees will resign before receiving the profit share amount. Determine the amount of liability from profit sharing plan to be recognized on December 31 under each of the following independent assumptions. Okay, letter A tayo. Letter A, net income is 4 million. Anong sabi sa terms? Pag less than 5 million, no profit sharing. So ano sagot sa letter A? Of course, 0. Less than 5 million eh. Di ba? Sige. Letter B. 8 million naman ang net income. Anong sabi sa plan? Anong sabi sa terms? If net income is between 5 to 10 million, therefore, dyan nagpo-fall yung 8 million. There would be 5% profit share. So, for letter B, to get the cost of the profit share, 8 million, multiply it by 5%. So, magkano ito? The total profit share is 400,000. Okay? Then for letter C, net income is 12 million. Since that is already more than 10 million, ilang percent na yung profit share? 7.5. So magiging 12 million times 7.5%, that will be 900,000. Nakukuha ba ako? Okay? Ayan. Ano journal entry neto, sir? Very similar sa mga na-discuss na natin kanina, no? So the pro forma entry is debit, employee, benefits, expense, credit, liability for employee benefits. Okay? So in the case of letter B, 400K ang ilalagay natin dyan. Okay? Then for the case of letter C, 900,000 naman. Nakukuha? Okay. Madali lang. Tama? Oh, next. This time, bonuses tayo. No? There are various computations for bonuses. Okay? It depends on the terms of the bonus plan. No? So there are various terms. Okay? Let's assume the bonus is a certain percent of net income before bonus and tax. Bonus is a certain percent of net income after bonus but before tax, and so on. No? Now, anong ibig sabihin netong mga before, yan, and after? Anong pinagkaiba nila? No? So, pag sinabi nating before, that is before deductions. Okay? Before deductions. Pag sinabing after, after deductions. Okay? Sige, let's start with case number 1. Ano yung magiging algebraic equation natin to compute for the bonus if the bonus is a certain percent of net income before bonus and tax? That will be bonus rate multiplied by net income. Walang deductions from net income. Okay? Kasi naka-before eh. Di ba? Next. Case number 2. Bonus is a certain percent of net income after bonus but before tax. Dahil nakasabing after bonus, so ang magiging algebraic equation natin ay bonus rate multiplied by net income reduced by bonus. Kasi after deduction for bonus daw. Di ba? Pero hindi pa tayo magde-deduct ng tax kasi naka-before yung tax. Di ba? Case 3. Bonus is certain percent of net income before bonus but after tax. Nagkabaliktad sila from scenario number 2. Ngayon, naka-before yung bonus pero after tax. Ano na magiging formula natin? That will become bonus rate multiplied by net income reduced by tax. Where the tax or the T is equal to tax rate multiplied by net income minus bonus. Sir, di ba naka-before bonus? Bakit ka nag-deduct ng bonus doon sa pag-compute ng tax? That is because bonus is an expense. Di ba? Expense yung bonus. Deductible yun. Kahit anong mangyari, ang bonus mo deductible for tax purposes. Tama? Nakukuha niyo ako? Deductible siya for tax purposes. That's why, pagdating sa pag-compute nung tax or nung T, nakadeduct palagi si bonus. Okay? Hindi pwede hindi nakadeduct. Right? Kundi magkakamali ka sa tax mo. Right? Last one. Bonus is certain percent of net income after bonus and tax. So, ang magiging algebraic equation mo dito, since naka-after na si bonus and si tax, bonus rate multiplied by net income minus bonus minus tax. Where tax or T is still equal to this formula. Nakukuha. So, ang mas ina-apply natin dito sa computations ay algebra. No? So, tandaan nyo itong mga formulas natin. Okay? Sige. So, eto na tayo. This will be our last example for short-term employee benefits. During the current year, ABC Company reported 5 million net income before bonus and 30% income tax. As an incentive, the entity pays 5% bonus to its employees. Na ano lang ulit yung income tax rate natin. Tanggalin na lang natin yan. Okay? Redundant na eh. Okay? So we are required to compute for the amount of bonus to be paid to the employees under each of the following assumptions. Okay? So yan. A, B, C, D tayo. No? Let's start with letter A. Yan. Bonus is based on net income before bonus and income tax. Take note, before. Pag before deduction. So ano ang magiging formula natin for the bonus? That will be bonus rate times net income. So to compute, what's the bonus rate? 5% or 0.05. How much is the net income? 5 million. So how much is the bonus for case A? That is 5 million times 0.05. 250,000. Answer for case A, 250,000. Case B. Bonus is based on net income after bonus but before income tax. Pag after, alam natin may ide-deduct na tayo sa net income, tama? So to compute for the bonus, magiging bonus rate multiplied by net income minus bonus. Substitute. Bonus rate, 5% times the net income is 5 million, correct? Minus B kasi kino-compute pa lang natin siya. Right? Sige. So, apply the distributive property. Magiging 250, no? 250,000 minus 0.05 B. Okay? Ano ang susunod nating step for this? That is to transpose the 0.05 to the other side of the equal sign, no? So magiging scenario nito is B plus 0.05. Tandaan nyo, pag nag-transpose kayo sa kabilang side ng equal sign, naiiba yung sign. Di ba? So, magiging 1.05B equal to 250,000. Final step, divide both sides by 1.05 para ma-cancel out yung constant sa tabi ng B. So magkano bonus natin? That will become 250 divided by 1.05. Sagot is 238,095. Okay? Yes. Madali, di ba? Nagiging mahaba lang yung computations. Right? Case C. This time, bonus is based on net income before bonus but after tax. So, paano ang magiging computation natin? Naka-before bonus pero after tax na siya. So, the bonus is equal to bonus rate times net income minus tax. Where tax is equal to tax rate times net income minus bonus. Tandaan nyo yan, ha? Palaging nagma-minus ng bonus pag kinocompute si T or si tax. Okay? Sige. So, tapusin muna natin yung equation ni T bago natin ituloy yung bonus formula natin. Okay? So, what's the tax rate? 30% or 0.3. Multiply it by net income, which is 5 million minus B. Hindi pa natin nako-compute si B eh. So, apply distributive property, magiging 0.3 times 5 million, that is 1.5 million, minus 0.3B. So, this is your updated formula for T. Tama? Then, you will integrate this formula to your bonus formula. Bali, magiging bonus rate is 0.05 times, okay, net income, magkano? 5 million, no? Minus 1.5 million less 0.3B. Ayan. Medyo humahaba, no? Sige, tuloy natin. 0.05 times 5 million less 1.5 million, 3.5 million. And since double negative sign, magiging plus 0.3B na siya. Okay? Then, apply distributive property. What's the 5% of 3.5 million? 175,000 plus 0.05 times 0.3, 0.015. Okay? Then, ganun ulit. Transpose nyo to siya to other side para maging B is, ay ano ba to? Wait lang. Yan. Dahil naka-positive sign siya doon kanina, pag tinranspose natin sa kabila, magiging negative na. So, 0.015B is equal to 175,000. Okay? So, magkano ang result ng constant ng B? 1 minus 0.015 magiging 0.985B. Okay? What's the last step? Divide both sides by the constant of B, 0.985. So magkano ang pinaka-bonus natin, guys? 175,000 divided by 9.985 magiging 177,665. Yan. So final answer for case C is 177,665. Okay? Buhay pa? Sige, tuloy natin. Last case. This time, after bonus and income tax na. So, paano ang magiging formula natin this time? Bonus is equal to bonus rate times net income minus bonus minus tax. Where T is equal to tax rate times net income minus bonus. So, ganun ulit. Tuloy lang muna natin si T bago natin ituloy si bonus formula. Tax rate, 30%. Multiply it by 5 million minus B. So, variable T is equal to 1.5 million, okay, minus 0.3 B. So, i-integrate natin ito sa bonus formula natin. Okay? Yan. So, bonus is equal to, what's the bonus rate? 5%. Times net income, 5 million, minus bonus, minus. Ayan. 1.5 million less 0.3 B. O, tuloy natin. Magiging 5 million less 1.5 million. That is 3.5 million. Tama? Then, don't forget, double negative leads to positive sign, no? So, minus B, okay, plus 0.3B. Magiging 0.7B. Nakukuha, ito, first magiging positive sign na si 0.3B. Kaso, yung isa pang B, naka-negative. No? So, negative 1 plus 0.3, 0.7B. Okay? Then, distribute again. Grabe, kapagod, no? Magiging 175,000. Right? Then, minus 0.05 times 0.7. Yan. Okay? Then, transpose 0.035B to the other side. Magiging B. Since naka-negative siya, ano mangyayari? Plus. No? Plus 1.035. Ay, bakit siya nakaganyan? Yan. Equal to 175,000. Oh, last. Magiging ano siya? 1.035B equal to 175,000. Okay? Oh, ano na mangyari? Divide both sides by 1.035. So how much is our bonus for case D? 175,000 divided by 1.035. That will become 169.82. Okay? So again, The final answer is 169,082 pesos for case B. Okay? Yan. Now, sir, ano journal entries netong ano natin? Problem 7. The journal entry is simply debit, bonus expense, credit, bonus payable. As simple as that. Okay? Yung amounts na ilalagay nyo dyan ay yung mga na-compute nating bonus for cases A to D. No? So for case A, di ba ang sagot natin kanina sa case A, nasaan na yun? 250K, no? So debit bonus expense, 250,000. Credit bonus payable, 250,000. For case B, the answer is 238,095. Debit bonus expense, 238,95. Credit bonus payable, same amount. For case C, since sinagot natin is 177,665, your entry, debit, bonus expense, 177,665, credit, bonus payable, the same amount. And lastly, letter D, since sagot natin is 169,082, no? Ang entry natin is debit, bonus expense, 169,082, credit, bonus payable. Same amount. Okay? Ayos? Sige. Alright. So, in our next lecture video, we will now be discussing the second classification, post-employment benefits. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button for free accounting lecture videos. Thank you for watching, guys.